Accidents involving forklifts have been increasing rapidly over the past 3 years. Most forklift accidents lead to serious injuries. Forklift-related accidents include getting stuck, rollovers, collisions, and falling. Let's take a look at the basic items and inspection methods for forklifts. First, let's take a look at the definition of a forklift and forklift types. A forklift is a powered vehicle equipped with a fork and a mast, designed for lifting and transporting materials. Forklifts are categorized into counterbalance types, reach types, Highlander types, and truck forklifts. Next, here are main structure and safety devices. A forklift primarily consists of the following. In the front, there are forks for lifting materials, a tilt cylinder for adjusting the angle of the fork, and a mast for moving the forks up and down. There is a steering wheel and brakes. In the rear, there is a counterweight for maintaining balance of the vehicle, and tires. Main safety devices include, in the front, headlights, a rear-view mirror, and a backrest for preventing cargo from falling behind the mast. A head guard for protecting the operator from falling cargo. In the rear, taillights, turn signals, a backup warning device, a rear-view camera, and safety bars for preventing injury of workers behind the forklift. Next, here are the pre-operation inspections. Forklifts are inspected periodically once every 2 years or after initial registration according to the Construction Equipment Management Act. The operator must complete small construction equipment operation training for forklifts under a 3-ton capacity. For forklifts with over a 3-ton capacity, the operator must acquire a forklift operator's license from the city, county, or district offices. When the forklift is brought into the site, the construction equipment work plan, construction equipment registration, forklift operator's license, insurance card, and other necessary documents must be reviewed. Next, inspection method using standard safety checklist. Before inspecting the forklift, the inspector must wear the necessary personal protective equipment and must check for any hazards in the surrounding area. A forklift must be inspected on a flat and firm ground. With the exception of operational status checks, all inspections must be performed while the engine is turned off. First, the rear-view camera inspection method is as follows. The inspector must make sure that the monitor is functioning properly and that the installation and angle of the camera on the rear of the forklift are appropriate. If the monitor's visibility is not sufficient, the operator will not be able to check the rear for other workers. Next, steering, brakes, and seatbelt inspection methods are as follows. Make sure that the steering wheel and brakes are functioning properly. The inspector must also make sure that the operator is wearing his seatbelt and that the seatbelt buckle is secured firmly. Not wearing a seatbelt threatens the operator's safety in the case of a collision or rollover. Next, rearview mirror and backup warning inspection methods are as follows. The rearview mirror on the side must be adjusted appropriately to secure clear view for the operator. When backing up, make sure that the backup warnings and proximity sensors are functioning properly. The driver will not be able to view side and rear if the rearview mirror is damaged or missing. Next, inspection methods for hydraulics and cylinder are as follows. Check the hydraulic devices, connectors, hose sheets, and cylinder leaks. Leaks in hydraulic connections may cause failure of cylinder functions. Next, inspection methods for tire and wheel are as follows. Make sure that the tire surface is free of wear and tear or other defects, that the wheel is free of deformations, and that wheel nuts are tightened firmly. Deformed wheels may damage the tires and cause accidents. Next, the inspection method for counterweights are as follows. Counterweights are installed within the forklift. Check for joints of counterweights, any deformation to structure, and any additional weights that are added. Adding extra counterweight may result in malfunctions and also voids insurance claims in case of an accident. Next, the inspection method for the fork is as follows. Make sure that there are no structural damages to the exterior or fork connectors. Deformed forks may increase the possibility of cargo falling during operation. Inspection method for various lights are as follows. The inspector should stand on the left-hand side in front and rear of the operator and hand signals to the driver. The operator should activate the headlight, tail lamp, turn signal, and emergency signal while the inspector checks their proper operation outside. Not turning on necessary lights during operation may result in unsafe operations. Inspection method for head guards and backrest are as follows. Make sure that the head guards above the cabin is free of deformations and that the backrest is installed properly. Not installing a backrest may result in cargo falling behind the mast. Lastly, inspection methods for other safety equipment are as follows. When getting on the forklift, the operator must use the entry steps. The anti-slip surface must be intact, and safety bars must be secured firmly. Not installing safety bars may result in workers getting stuck. Here are the safety management points. To operate a forklift safely, the fork must be lowered to 30 centimeters above the surface while moving. Stability must be the priority when unloading and moving cargo. The operator must have a clear line of sight during unloading and must avoid rapid turns in areas with potential rollover risks. Banksmen must be positioned in appropriate places to provide guidance regarding work areas. Other workers must be prohibited from entering the work area. When driving down a slope, forklift must be driven in reverse and must not be operated in weak or uneven surfaces. Working on elevated areas on top of the fork is prohibited. Anyone other than the driver must not ride the forklift. Sling lifting using the fork is prohibited. After operation, wheel stops must be placed for safety. Listed above, basic safety regulations must be followed at all times. On site, the supervisor must review safety beforehand through work plans and other documents before the forklift is brought into the site. The supervisor must also prevent possible accidents by inspecting it correctly before and during operation. This has been the inspection method using standard safety inspection checklist for forklifts and key safety management points. Thank you.